Before this video starts, I just want to call attention to one play in particular. Just one particular play. I'm not saying this is what lost us the game. I'm just saying shit like this just can't happen. Danielle Robinson can't look off a wide open Alicia Gray in the corner for three for her to run into the paint on some D-Rose shit. Like that is just something that can't happen. Not when, again, it wasn't the reason we lost, but damn near the exact moment we lost the game. You cannot see Alicia Gray wide. I don't give a fuck what she's been scoring. I don't care what kind of point drop we've been in or drought. You just cannot do that. Not at that point in the game. Not with the offensive scheme and plans that we have. Shit like that cannot happen. And not everyone on the team can have the fucking green light to do whatever the hell they want. We talked about on multiple occasions how any three-point attempt from Cheyenne Parker is fucking ridiculous. And now of all times, not everyone can have the green light. If your name is not Alicia Gray or Ryan Howard, you should not be touching the fucking ball in a close game with like under 3 minutes. You shouldn't even be sniffing the ball. I think that's fucking insane, and I don't know how something like that is allowed on this team. Again, if your name is not Alicia Gray or Ryan Howard, what are you doing even touching the ball? Much less attempting a shot, calling your own number. In the pro wrestling world, we call that going into business for yourself. Like when there's a clear script and you go off the script to try and get your shit up, that's called going into business for yourself. There is no room for that in a playoff format where it's the best of three. Nigga, we lose again, it's done. We might not even come back. That is not okay. I want to make that clear before we say anything else in that video. That shit is not okay. So that's that. Second thing, on kind of a jokey tip, just because I feel like there's just nothing but negative vibes in the air right now. Fucking 9:30 start time. I get it's the weekend and, normal niggas are like beginning their weekend shit. But for like, I'd say 80% of the country who are like adults and shit, like we're fucking working and shit. This fucking 9:30 shit for an East Coast team should be punishable with like jail time to have us up this fucking late. It's damn near 1 a.m. Nigga, I gotta work tomorrow. I don't have time for this type of shit. Just to see them niggas lose? Nah, that's fucking crazy. I get there's 12 teams and like time zone wise, it is what it is with the scheduling, but that shit's fucking crazy. Starting a game at 9:30. What the fuck is that in Texas? That's like 8:30. Nigga, no, that's fucking insane. I just want to make that clear. That's fucking insane. Number 3. There's a lot of fucking negativity in the air in terms of Atlanta Dream fans. Not just from some of y'all, but just in general, I've just been kind of peeping the vibes. I think we have lost the plot a little bit, and while I would be very critical of the team in this particular performance tonight in this video, that's because I'm a content creator. That's because my job is to entertain you with hot takes and random shit. Like, it's my literal job. With y'all, I don't quite understand what the point of the negativity is. Yes, we are all aware that going into this game, there was a very high chance that we were going to fucking embarrass ourselves on national TV. Like, I don't think anyone is surprised by what happened tonight. It's a goddamn shame, but I don't think anyone was surprised by what happened tonight. I just don't understand where the negativity comes from, because I really feel like we should just be celebrating the fact that we're even fucking here. And I know that's loser shit. I know that's not the mentality you want to have, but just dialing it back a little bit, putting the, literal joking delusion aside. Nigga, this is our first time in the playoffs at all since 2018. Need I remind you, 2 summers ago, fresh off of COVID, 2021, with the fucking Olympic break and all that shit, we were coming off of one of the most turbulent and dysfunctional seasons in not just franchise, but sports history. The fucking chicken tender fight, like, all the shit happening with Kennedy, like, y'all don't fucking understand. Like, that's where my fucking spite from Odyssey Sims even came from. Like, I think we have lost the plot entirely. I get that this was embarrassing as hell and that they're literally fucking themselves in the exact way that we knew we were gonna fuck ourselves here. But let's not lose sight of the fact that, nigga, we made the playoffs. Let's just be happy about that for a second. We are going to slander this team into oblivion tonight. Don't get me wrong. But I just want to make sure we have an understanding and not lose the plot that we should really just be happy we're fucking here, period. Because 2 years ago, who would have fucking thought we'd be here? So let's just get that out the way before we start being negative and shit like that. Let's just be happy we're fucking here. Not to sound like Chicago fans, but let's just be happy we're here for a second. So there's that. There's your only shred of positivity you're getting out of me this whole fucking video. I'm sorry. I don't mean to sound like a hater. I don't mean to sound like I'm harping on the same shit. But again, in a playoff format where it's lose 2 games and you're done and we lost the first one, again, we might not even come back to Atlanta type shit. And what the fuck happens to my money because I paid for the ticket for game 3. So again, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck happens with that. But again, that's neither here nor there. I can't not be negative. Because if we lose again before we even get back to Atlanta, like that's kind of when I have to make like the somber video, the reflection video to talk about all the shit we've been through. So I feel like this is when I have to make the critical video. They're not leaving me a choice here. Ari McDonald checks into the game and immediately gets 2 turnovers. Like immediately turns the ball over twice and then misses a shot. She had a 3 after that, but I mean, just like immediately checks in and fucks up. Now, this entire day, I have been doing mental gymnastics to psych myself into being a Ari McDonald fan. I said, you know, I fuck with people who play defense. I'm here for it. I fuck with short players. I'm here for it. I love how she has the 2 pigtail joint. I fuck with it. You know, I like her sense of fashion outside of the court. I fucks with, like, I have been doing my best all fucking day. If y'all follow me on Twitter, you have seen me. I have been trying all day to be in some form of a positive light involving Ari McDonald. But when... And I'm not particularly saying she played horrible. I'm just, when we're looking at the same shit over and over again, I just begin to question what the fuck are we doing? Because the alternative to her is D-Rob. And we saw her decision making towards the end of the game and her inability to keep niggas in front of her the entire game with those rustic kneecaps she has. And Haley Jones is just sitting there collecting dust on the bench. It's killing me. I can't even remember if Haley fucking played at all. Like this shit is asinine. I'm really sorry to go there, but like this shit's fucking crazy. And the fact that we've been sitting there begging for fucking 3 years, get us another tall player. The fact that we've been begging for 2 years, 2 years for a bigger player. A year and a half for another point guard. You literally draft both in last year's draft, and neither of them play when we need them the most. If we can't get a fucking rebound, because again, Cheyenne Parker just occasionally decides she wants to play center. Like if she's a fucking 4, let her be a 4. Like it's just, it doesn't make any sense to me from an organization standpoint. If we can't get an offensive rebound, if we can't get a defensive rebound because our all-star center doesn't know she's a center, I don't know what you want us to do here. When you literally have 2 centers on the bench that are known for rim protection and three-point shooting. Like, you actually have three-point shooting bigs. And you don't even let them fucking play. And again, if they had played like 2 minutes here and there in like the third or some shit, and I just missed it because I was too busy being mad, then okay, my fault. For the 2 minutes that maybe Rupert got out there, or fucking LA got out there, or some shit like that. But I'm telling you, as the meaningful minutes where we're getting just fucking eaten alive, and the best you have out there is fucking Monique Billings to help, that's just not fucking enough. I'm sorry. That's just not fucking enough. And as a coach, you have to understand if the matchups aren't working. If you have fucking Odyssey Sims on Alicia Gray, and you're not running the offense through her, I am questioning your ability to fucking coach. Like, shout out to her. I love the passion. I love the energy. But again, I say, if you want to run the team off of fucking vibes, then maybe you should be an assistant coach. Maybe you should be a goddamn cheerleader. Maybe you should be the fucking motivational speaker they have come in before big games. But if you are the goddamn coach, we can't keep running this shit off of vibes. You have to draw a fucking play. And you have to realize that when your literal generational talent has the most points ever in a WNBA playoff debut. That nigga Ryan Howard had 36 points. The motherfucker had 19 points in the first quarter off of ISO plays. And not even plays. She just said, give me the fucking ball, and just starts cooking. And the fact that that same motherfucker can have 4 shot attempts in the... Like, what are we even doing? What are we even doing? 4 shot attempts in the second quarter. Coach, what are you doing? And that's not hater shit. That's just me asking, what the fuck is the game plan here? And we're talking about the same shit. Now, I can't really do this in my WNBA videos because the preseason isn't televised for the WNBA for some reason. But what I say in my Brooklyn Nets videos and my Hawks videos, and what I used to say back in the day at my Knicks videos, is you can generally tell what the issues of the teams are going to, what the issue of the team is going to be by how they play in the preseason. For the Atlanta Dream, you can tell what the issues of the team are going to be based on how they play in the regular, because we can't fucking see the preseason. So how they play in the regular season. You can literally get like front row tickets to see this shit. And the issue that they've had have dwindled down to 2 specific things. The year before, they addressed it and got AD, so I kind of shut the fuck up. But this year, it is very clear the issues that we have here. We have a coach that doesn't draw plays, and I'm getting really tired of saying that in every fucking basketball video I make, regardless the league, regardless the team. Like, I think Quinn Snyder might be the only, like, a coach who I cover who actually draws plays, but that's not even there. Can't draw an inbound play to save his life, but at least he draws plays, but that's not even there. You got a coach that doesn't draw plays, doesn't seem to have much of an understanding of it's about matchups and not about just who wants it more. Because again, you're going off of vibes. It's a game of fucking chess. If our 2 centers, quote unquote, are getting chewed the fuck out, that's not when you put fucking Nas in and say, oh, she's got the shit. You know what I mean? We can't just blame this shit on Nia Coffey being hurt. You know, those are fucking 3s and 4s. Put your fucking centers in to help us against Cowan, whoever the fuck that lady is. Like, it's a matchup thing. You're playing chess. It's not based on the fucking vibes. It's not, Repair just doesn't want it or some shit like that. No, it's about the matchups. So you got a coach that doesn't know how to coach. I'm sorry, there's no other way to put that. And then you've got a backup point guard that's still a fucking pet project in year 3. And I just don't think we have time for that type of shit. I think you just put Haley Jones in. Especially when it's not just Airy fucking up. D-Rob is just like that shit was cute in the regular season, but it's like, no, like, it's time to turn the shit on now. Turn that shit on now. And being a vocal presence in the locker room is cool. But again, I say when you have a roster of damn near 11 to 12 niggas, if you just need a voice in the locker room, let her play the Kia Vaughn role and have that nigga be an assistant coach. You by choice didn't sign Destiny Henderson. You by choice are letting Kennedy Carter just not be in the fucking league right now. Like, y'all are doing this by choice. If we don't go after Skylar Diggins, you know what I mean? Like niggas are doing this shit by choice to opt in to fucking Airy. You sent Erica Wheeler away for this shit. I don't get it. I really don't fucking get it. And we're saying the same shit. At some point, it's gotta be fucking annoying. I know it's gotta be irritating for y'all to hear me say the same shit video after video. And it's irritating for me to say the same shit video after video. But until these two particular things are addressed, our issue with point guards, and I'll say it plural because, God, D-Rob, that's just such a fuck up. Until we address the plural issue of our point guards, I'll leave the center thing alone because acquire it, like there's no talent to acquire when you have it on the bench. So I can just lump that into the Coach Wright situation. Until those two things are addressed, I don't know what we're expecting to be different here. These niggas blew a 20-point lead because of course we did. Ryan ends the first quarter with 19 and ends the game with fucking 36. The math is not mathing. She should have had fucking 60 at that pace. But if you don't have any plays, you're just operating off of vibes and just telling niggas to get after it, shit like this is going to happen. And I'll tell you something, for veteran players like an Alicia Gray or like, I'll kind of just leave it at that. Your energy and your motor gets to be affected because you see there's no real structure around you. So maybe you don't protect the ball as much. Maybe Enrique is able to, get the ball away from you and you just kind of just trip on air and just give up defensively because it's like, what the fuck is the point? What are we even doing? I saw this shit before with the Knicks. We had gotten Jeff Hornacek and fucking Phil Jackson was trying to run the triangle, and it's just like at some point it's like, what the fuck are we even doing? You know what I mean? Like the players are just like, I don't even know what we're doing. And let me know your thoughts down below. I'm sure you already have. It's really a goddamn shame. This was a very winnable game, and now we're in a win-or-go-home situation. And even if we magically get past this next game, we have to win again in Atlanta, which will selfishly be cool for me because, again, I already bought the goddamn tickets. But I don't know. See y'all niggas later. I gotta go to work in the morning. Fuck. Bullshit ass dream, man. Getting our fucking hopes up for nothing.